Hello? 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 Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Froshiro, how are you? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Modeling Monday. I just coined that right now, and it sucks, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. Doing good, doing good. That's good to hear. I had a pretty decent weekend, I would say. I got my hands on exactly... thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I got my hands on exactly one pack of Perfect Order Pokemon TCG, and I pulled nothing out of it. But you know what? I got the pack, and that's what matters. And I also got a... I can't remember. I think it was either a Snorlax coin or a Diancie coin, because I got 2 coins, and I don't remember which one came with the pack. I can't wait to build a Mega Zygarde deck. That sounds like it'll be fun, because it looks so awful, but I can combine it with, like, Lucario or something, and it would probably work really nicely. Plus the new Terragon card. Oh my god. Okay, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We're doing Blockbench today, and today's a little weird because we're doing an Evo line that the first evolution I didn't actually do on stream. I did that for the tutorial series. That's Bloomet, right? We're making Bloomet's Evo today. We're gonna model it, texture it, hopefully get some animations done. I don't think we're gonna be able to get all of them done, but we can try. And yeah, we're gonna have fun with it. And actually, you know what? I haven't actually shown off Bloomet's model on stream, like, at all. So it is in the latest update of the public Neon's Fake Decks, which you can download. But you know what? You know what? I'll show it off on stream anyway. Here's Bloomet, right? If you've been on my YouTube, you might have seen this guy floating around. I did upload the short for Bloomet, and it kind of, like, got ghost uploaded, so nobody watched it, but that's fine. We can make up for that. Yeah, we got that. We got the shiny. I don't really know how I feel about this blue. I might go back and, like, change it. I don't know. I'm not entirely happy with the colors, but it's whatever. You saw the tutorial? It's really cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I made it because of popular demand from the people in my chat. They were like, you should make a tutorial, and I'm like, okay. It's literally the only tutorial you found where it shows everything about making Pokemon. You want to know what's funny? Literally, okay, I uploaded that, and then a few days later, I was like, okay, because, I actually figured out how to do this recently, but, and I'll talk about that later, once more people come in, but I really have been trying to figure out how to, like, add custom Pokemon to the Pokedex, because if you just add them in, they don't show up in the Pokedex, like, automatically. You have to, like, manually add them in, and I had no idea how to do that. So I've been, like, for months, I've been, like, Googling, like, how do I add, and, like, hoping that somebody would, like, document how to do it. Excuse me, Jesus. And I was, like, hoping that somebody would document how to do it. And I Googled it, like, a couple days ago, and the AI overview on Google recommended me my own video that doesn't show how to do it. So I figured out how to do it. Yes, somebody in my comments detailed how to do it completely unprompted, and I am forever in their debt now. Because they're awesome, and I pinned it on that video, so. And I looked into it after what they had said, and I figured out how to do more stuff, so I, like, added to it. So, it's not in the video, but it's in the comments, if you want to add stuff to the Pokedex, you know? But yeah. I will probably talk about that more later. You're trying to make a fake mon, but it's your first time making things on Blockbench. You know what? When I started this project, it was also the first time I had ever used Blockbench. I had no idea what I was doing. Right? I literally had to teach myself how to use Blockbench. And I just, like, followed the Cobblemon wiki, which, by the way, this was, like, I think 1.4 or 1.5 of Cobblemon, so it was very not as fleshed out as it is now, like, now, present day. So I had to just, like, troubleshoot my way through. I wasn't in the Cobblemon Discord either, so I couldn't, like, ask them for help. I just had to, like, figure stuff out as I went, and back then, whenever Cobblemon updated, they changed, like, a lot of stuff. Like, the Resolvers file, or, like, the Resolvers, like, didn't used to exist. It used to just be another species file, and they, like, completely changed that in one of the updates, so I had to go through and, like, fix every mon that I had added so far. And it was fun. I had a good time doing it, although it was annoying. You're making like a rock ruff? Cool. I will say, the quadruped Pokemon always give me trouble. Or like, I guess it's just like walking. Like, I suck at animating walking. Which is why when it comes to Pokemon like this, I'm grateful, because I can kind of just, like, make them float, you know? It's easier when they're floating, because then I don't have to, like, animate a walk cycle. And this does not apply for Pokemon with wings, because Pokemon with wings, I hate them, and I hate animating them, but it has to be done, so I'll do it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. For the base form, you want to make like a little ice puppy wolf? Ooh! When you say that, my mind immediately jumps to Chien Pao, which is funny, because that's not a dog. But it's what I think of, because I was just watching the Loxton and Noggin like video talking about like the Ruinous Quartet. Because I think that guy's videos are pretty cool. Anyway, we should start on our model. As for the face for Bouquet, I definitely want the heads to be larger than they are here. Like, what is this, 5x5? Yeah, this is not going to be enough. I think I'm going to do 6x6 or maybe 7x7 because I don't like working with even numbers. What is this? This is 6. Wait, no, this is 7. Okay, I might just do 6 for now. Like that. You know what I should do? I should add a reference image. So that I know what I'm actually making. Here's Bouquet. It's modernized design. Bouquet used to have a very different design, and I went through it, and I'm like, I actually think this sucks, so I completely redid it, and I like it much better now. Boop. I should make one of the flowers entirely first, and then fix it up later. Or, like, copy and paste it later. How am I gonna do that, though? This is immediately where I start struggling, because I did not plan for this kind of geometry at all. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Whoop. Do 2 up like that on every side. Boop. Okay. And then... That's another thing that I wanted to do, actually. Is go back to all the Pokemon that I've already made and give them, like, different expressions that they can have. Which I kind of started doing with Malfang. Like, I made Malfang able to be angry. And I made, like, Caffalo able to, like, open his eyes really wide and it looks goofy. But, like, I haven't really dabbled in that for, like, the other Pokemon. Like, I want Furley to be able to, like, have angry eyes or, like, happy eyes, you know? How many mons have I made for now? This will be number 35 that I'm done that I'm doing like on stream. Well, technically 34 because I didn't do Blue Mat, but we're counting Blue Mat here. And then there's 6 more that I did before I started streaming that I just haven't gotten to yet because I'm doing them in Pokédex order. Whoop. We can do like this, I guess. This is tough. What I could do is I could group this. You're literally making a dex for a new custom region? Yeah, I know. I got like... I have well over 100 concepts, so the idea well is deep and plentiful. So I don't need to worry about that. Have you heard about the new Cobblemon vocals mod? I don't think I have. Tell me about it. That sounds interesting. What does it do? I want to learn. I require knowledge, one could say. Whoop. We can do like 15, I think. 15. 15. 15. You say the move and your mod does the moves? Wait, really? Oh, wait, that's sick. Hold on. So, wait. There's no way that works with custom moves, right? But, like, that's so cool. What? I want to use that mod. I wonder if it's... surely it's inspired by, like... that one Wizard game. I feel like... there's some pretty clear inspiration going on, but I think it's a very cool idea. Also, I don't know how I feel about this. Can I be honest? I kind of want to trust the process here with this geometry, but it also kind of looks hideous, and I don't like it. It's made by an official dev. Oh! That means it's good. Because the official devs are, like, actual wizards. Okay, I actually don't like that. We're gonna try this again. I'm gonna dupe this, move it down. If all else fails, I could just do this. You know? I could just dupe the petals and just make another layer of petals like this. Whoop. And it would look a little scuffed, but I think it would be fine. Whoop. Like that. And then could I get away with this? Making them a little bigger. And then kind of scooching them over like this. I almost could. I think I definitely could get away with scooching them over like this. Boom. Check that out. The geometry at the top here is very nice. I don't know how I feel about these overlaps, but I could very easily deal with that by just not texturing those 2 pixels. As for the face, I think I definitely do want to make the face separate, like, geometry, like I did for Blue Met. Whoop. Like this. The question is, do I want to do it like Fluffrust? I don't think I want to make it like Fluffrust. I think I just want to make it flat pixels like this. Duplicate here. I can make the mouth like Fluffrust's mouth. Like I can do this. And then I can duplicate, move it down like that much. Boop. Boop. And then it's fine that those overlap. We need to make all these 0.01 here. Wait, no. On the Y, 0.01. 0.01. 0.01. Like that. And then, boop. We can move the mouth down a little bit. Rotate the eyes. We can do 30 degrees. That works. 30 degrees. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. We can roll with that for now. I don't know. It'll probably look fine in the final run through, but for now, we'll roll with that. Now I want to do the big ol' base of this, which will just be like a giant cube like this. Make sure 11 by 11 should work. Maybe. I don't actually know. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it won't. Maybe it needs to be bigger. We can do 13, I guess. And then I almost want to rotate it 45 degrees, but I don't know if that'll look good. Like this. And then we can have the 3 faces up at the top. Something like that. What am I looking at here? This is, okay, that goes in here. Head left. There we go. That is not how you spell leafed. Up petal 1. Down petal 1. We're just going to up petal 3. Down petal 3. Like that, and then this can be head left. I spelled it leafed again. That's so awesome. Like that. We'll just organize that for the sake of being clean and nice. Okay. How did I do Blumet's stock? I don't remember. I kind of... Okay. I can just do that. I can just mimic that kind of shape, I suppose. We'll hide this for now. I don't know what the... Oh, this is the face. Okay. We can group this. We can say left mouth closed. That's the eyes. Eye left. Eye right. No. Left. Okay. These can also go in here. Like that. Okay. Now we gotta do... Boop. The stalk. Which can just look like this. Maybe I make the stalk a little bulkier. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Left neck. We can call it neck. I'm not going to call it stalk because that's going to be confusing. Also, I don't think I'm going to rotate this because it'll make it a lot harder for the bow to be placed onto this thing. And I have no idea where the center is, so we're just gonna... You know what? I can fix this easily. We're just gonna kind of do that. What is my camera doing? Jesus. Hi, Marcia. How are you? This thing is not at all... Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Boop. There we go. Now it's centered. Again, the bow can go like right here in this little slot, and it'll go down. What I can do, I can make a diagonal one down here, and that'll look much better. There we go. Again. Now I can go ahead, I think... No, not yet. We're gonna take left mouth closed. We're gonna call it left mouth open. So what is the Fakemon's name? This guy is Bouquet, the evolution of Blumet. Move this down. Oops. Like that. Move this down. Left mouth open. I'm going to resize this. And then... Whoop. Like that. We can do this 0.2. There's open mouth. Happy. And then we can copy paste again. Left mouth open. Bouquet. Get rid of one of the U's and add a T and you got it. Sad. Left mouth open, sad. Boop. Okay. That can be sad. Now we just gotta do this. Is that? That is not at all. What happened here? Yeah, like that. Okay. Now what we gotta do is we gotta add the petals down here. Not the petals, the little green, the little green bits. These things here. I don't know what they're called. We got any botanists in chat? Where's Neztra? What are these called? Left neck detail 1. That's not right. Whoop. Like this. And like that. That works. Bouquet is so colorful. I know, right? It's awesome. It's kind of like, I don't know. I had a lot of trouble deciding the colors for Bouquet because I didn't want to do too much. Because there is such thing as too much. If I do 30, does that poke through the bottom? No, it doesn't. Okay, you know what? Wow, 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 wow. How much more further up can I go? I guess I can do 35. 35 seems safe. 35. 35, like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here that I did with these, where I'm going to just extend them a little bit. Okay. This theme still goes incredibly hard, by the way. Kind of like that. I don't know if I want to deal with the diagonals because, again, the diagonals suck and I hate them. That's it, really. I just don't want to deal with them. Now we can just take head left, which I should have all of this. Yes, okay. We're gonna position it right there. And we're gonna duplicate. And we're going to make this a whole new thing. Okay. Where's this cube located? This should be down here. Boop, boop. Hold on, this did not work. Okay. Copy, paste. No. Duplicate. Please work. Okay, never mind, it did work. I don't know what I'm on about. Okay, this can be head right. Like that. Right mouth closed. Right mouth open. Right mouth open. Okay. And then all I have to do is boop. And they won't be overlapping in the actual animation. So don't worry about that. Once I get all three of them situated, I just need to like I can't think of words right now. Boop, we're duplicating again. It doesn't matter. This will be head back. Like that. And I think it's safe for me to just rotate this thing 180 degrees. Because I'm rotating the Okay, so Blockbench is exploding when I do that. So I think a reload is in order. Because that should not be happening. Okay. Alright, reloading Blockbench really quick. Give me a second. Okay. Wow, all the colors are changed. That's so cool. And now all of my things are messed up too. Whatever. I don't even care. I don't even care. 3.5. 0.5. No. 0.5. 20. Bow. Wow, 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 wow. Is that in the center? Yes, it is. Let's go, baby. Rotate 180. Like that. There we go. That should work for the most part. I kind of want to raise this up a little, like that. Maybe we can 0.5 that. Now what? I need to bring back the reference image. Boop. Boop. There we go. Let's see here. I could do the bow next. That is something I could do. I did not mean to delete that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to call this body fluff 1, fluff 2, and I'm going to simply rotate fluff 2 45 degrees, and I'm going to shrink it until it fits. Which might just be like that. Oh, hey, look at that. Check that out. That's the body basically done. We don't really need to do anything with that now. As for the bow, should also be pretty simple. I want to make the bow diagonal like how I did with, or not the bow. I want to make this orb diagonal like how I did with Blumet. We're gonna group this, call it bow. And I'm just gonna model this over here for the time being. Boop. I think I'm gonna do a similar thing to what I did with Malfang's tail. Where I kind of model, I kind of make it, I kind of just make each flat part 2 segments. That's the plan, at least. Whoop. Whoop. Like that. You're very excited for the texturing part. I'm scared for the texturing part, can I be honest? I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do, but we'll figure it out. How is this for the size? I think this works. It might be a little too tall, honestly. Like, I might shrink it down just a little bit, like that much. And then center it like this. That seems about right for the bow size, I think. Now we can just copy this, put it at the bottom, and do the same thing. Boop. Except we move it back so it doesn't overlap. And then like this. Right? I think maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it should be 8 like that. I'm looking at this now. I don't really like how it's turning out. Like, I feel like it should like, I don't know. This is tough. Boop. Um. I think we'll just have to experiment with it. Left petal 1. Bottom petal 1. Bottom petal 2. Left petal 2. Right petal 2. Right petal 1. Okay. And then we just gotta do that. Group elements like this. I think that's right. And then, wait, I figured out what's wrong with it. Hold on. You can see the issue now. Boop. And then we can make these shorter. I was like, the pedals seemed like too far apart, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because the middle wasn't rotated. That looks much better. Left pedal, we need to change the rotation point to right here. Nope, here. There we go. Why is it back one? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure everything's gonna turn out great. I am too. It just might take a while. And that's okay, because good things take time. Right there. And right here. Nope. Right here. Why is it moved back? I don't get it. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Right there. And then group, and then like this. And then right here, and then right here. Boop. And then right pedal 2. There we go. Okay. And then as for the bow itself, the pivot point can be -14 right there. Right there. That's centered. I think that's centered. It's probably centered. Let's move it down a little bit. 0.5. I think that works. We're gonna have to shuffle things around a little bit, which should be fine. I also want to move this in a little bit like that. That kind of looks nice, you know? I kind of want to, what I want to do right now is I want to make the pivot points for these first of all. It's because they are not.
Dude, I made him back since like 4 months ago.
What the heck, Sasquatch? Thank you for the resub. Thanks for the 4 months. You are insane for that. What the heck? Hi. How are you? It's been a hot minute. We got that. That works. This pivot point also needs to come down here. And then I think I got this one already. Yep, okay. I just want to test run to see if this will look good when I pose this guy. 30. We can do 30 and then like 12, I guess. 30. 12? Okay, so I'm seeing an immediate issue in that the heads are a little bit, they're a little, just a teeny bit, not too bad, but they're a little overlapping with things. Which should be fine if I just move them back, because I have the space to move them back. But you can kind of see the issue. I think you've been working a lot. That's okay. What does this do? You found the scan feature, I see. I think if I kind of just keep these pedals forward a little bit, like that. Whoop. That. I don't know. There's gonna be some clipping, but it's okay. Because look at that. Look at how nice that looks. In the middle, we can ignore this. This is fine. We don't need to worry about that. As a matter of fact, we could probably just do this. Make it worse in the middle, you know? You don't know what it did, but you're satisfied. Fair enough. Another thing that I thought about doing, actually, that would make this take way longer to animate, but it would make it look much better, would be to, once again, take these heads, find whatever this is. Oops. Find whatever this is. Call this neck. Group it. Neck left. And then head left would pivot from here? I hide the neck. Oh yeah, that's a problem. Posture check. Ah. Ow. That was my back. I'm sitting upright, don't worry about it. I need to take these. The bow is in the way, that's fine. You know what, we'll take these, add these to neck. And then after that, what we do is we put the head. Well, we hide the neck first of all. Then we take head and we boop, pivot point it down to here. Nope. Here. And then put that in the neck. There we go. So now not only can I pivot like okay, buddy, we're gonna need to fix this. What is going on here? Whoop. Dang, you're just redeeming everything. Stretch! Ah! Ah! Okay. Gotta prevent carpal tunnel somehow, chat. Boop. Like this. There we go. Now I can pivot the neck, and then in addition, I can also pivot the head, which now that I'm looking at it, doesn't look very good. So maybe I just won't do that. I take it back. We're not gonna do that. Okay. We're just gonna not worry about that because it overlaps too much. Back to this. We're basically almost done with the model, by the way. Like, it doesn't look like it, but all we need to do are the little stalks at the bottom, and then the hands. Which the hands are easy, so I'm gonna do those. We're gonna put head left, head right, and head back into the body. And then the bow can go here as well, like that. Boop, boop. I think I'm gonna do the hands the same way as I did with Bouquet. In that we can just... Is that too long? I feel like that might be too long. I feel like the hands should just be the same size as Bouquet. Where it's kind of like this. I gotta remember how I did this. You should watch Sentenced to be a Hero. It's actually pretty good. You know what's funny? I actually just canceled my Crunchyroll subscription because I'm broke. But I will take your recommendation and I will acknowledge it. Group elements. Arm left. Whoop. There we go. And then all of this, please. Group. Arm left 2. And then this can be hand left. There we go. Fun fact, Blumet's hands are actually modeled after a type of flower that I saw that I thought looked pretty neat, so I'm just like, I should add this to my model. After Bouquet, what Fakemon will be next? It's a secret. I'll never tell. You have to stick around to find out. That's the fun part. Okay, is that still... Yes. We're going to put this... a full tile in there. There we go. Because I want this part of the body to be, like, billowy. Like... Group elements, I could call that just, like, fluff. Just, you use your Crunchyroll. You get 4 devices streaming at once? Well, I don't want to mooch off of you. Unless that's, like, something you're entirely okay with, which, you know. Excuse me. Dude, I have so many anime recommendations that I just haven't watched. Like, I still... Yuna still wants me to watch Has Been Hotel, and the other one, Hell of a Boss. And then so does Crimson, and then they want me to watch whatever else. I don't even remember whatever else. Kamen Rider. And I just haven't done any of that. It's just... Boop. Oh yeah, and Amazing Digital Circus, which I haven't watched. And the other things. You already pay for it for just yourself? Oh. So what you're saying is, if I did a giveaway in chat to get 3 extra devices for Sasquatch's Crunchyroll subscription. I'm kidding, I would never. I would never do that. As for the little stems that this guy has, how am I gonna do that? Because they're gonna be coming out at the bottom like that. I think I want them to be 2 by 2, honestly. Like that. And then I can go 1 tile in, and then go down like this. Ah! Negative 0.01. Whoop. Negative 0.02. And just like that, we have a stem. Group, we can say stem left. And we'll move this to the left like that. Right there. Stem left 2. And nope. Stem left 3. Pivot point. I said pivot point. Whoop. Right there. So we got wait. And then pivot point 2 can be there. So we've got wait. And then pivot point 3 can be there. Wait. Okay, cool. Duplicate. I feel like it might be a little too long of a stem, but it's whatever. Also, I kind of want to center it more. Here we go. What if I move it up by half? Like that? Stem right. Right 2. I spelled that wrong. Stem left. Stem right 2. Stem right 3. And then duplicate. And that one can be the back. There we go. Check that out. Back. And then stem back 2. And back 3. There we go. And I kind of want them to like curl around in a fancy way, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. Boop. Boop. That works pretty well for the model, I think. There goes my first cup of water. So you were opening Pokemon the other day and guess what you pulled? What did you pull? Let's see. Did you pull... Hi, AZ. How are you? Did you pull, by chance, the SIR Lopunny from Phantasmal Flames? That's my guess. How are you doing, AZ? Welcome in. You was here. Hi, hi. Hi, Crimson. Everybody's coming in now. Hi, welcome, welcome. We're just about done, modeling Bouquet here. For people just tuning in. Dude, you wish it's from Phantasmal Flame? What, did you pull the stupid Charizard? The one that's like stupid expensive? Or the gold Charizard? Or the Oricorio that I really need, that I just can't get my hands on? But yeah, we're just about to start moving into texturing this guy. Do I have a place where I post my Fakemon designs? I mean, I post them on YouTube in my short series. Does that count? The best Charizard card ever. Oh, you pulled the gold one, didn't you? Okay, we're just gonna pray that I got all this right. We're gonna put everything in the body. Oh, chat. I don't know why. I was listening to this song and I was thinking about Toby Fox because he wrote this song, and for some reason I'm just like, my brain went to just like indie devs in general, and that reminds me, new Lethal Company trailer dropped today, and I'm so hyped about it because I think the beta branch is just out now that you can play the new Lethal Company update, and I really want to play that. So if anybody's down to play Lethal Company and has me added on Discord, hit me up. Because I'm not gonna do it on stream. Gold cards are mid. You pulled the Mega Charizard X SIR. Okay, you know what? Good for you, man. I can't say I'm not jealous because I also want that card. But like, everybody wants that card, so I can't, I'm not special. Anyway, texturing. We're gonna call this Bouquet. Texture template, rearrange UV. Okay, yes. We should do a watch party for the update trailer. I meant to watch it, but I haven't gotten around to it. Oh, gotcha. No list of images? Well, the shorts thumbnails have the images. Like, not really the models. Although, I also have... I guess what would also count is the wiki that I'm working on that has, like, the in-game models, like, pictures of the in-game models. Which, now that I think about it, I should probably put the art and the model images on the wiki. But the wiki's not public yet. I will make the wiki public once we are caught up to where we're at. And the wiki will be updated to the version of the game that I'm working on, not the one that's currently out, which I know is confusing, but it's how I did it, and we're just gonna have to live with it. But yeah, I work on the wikis every Friday at 6 p.m. EST, so if that's something you want to look into, or you want to help me brainstorm ideas for like egg moves or like TMs for all these Pokemon, you should tune into those streams, because that's what we do there. Anyway, let me make a folder for Bouquet's textures. Boop. Bouquet. Okay. And I'm gonna open up Blumet's file so I can get a look at these textures as well. Boop. Speaking of the new update, actually, you want to see something cool that I figured out yesterday with help from Oddigan on YouTube? Hold on, I need a picture. Hold on. This guy, you're going away for a second. Check this out. Oh god. Give me a second, chat. This right here, I think is pretty cool. Boop! Check this out. Check this out. This is what you can expect in the next update, the next upcoming update for Neon's Fake Dex add-on. I figured out how to get the Pokédex to work. Because someone in the YouTube comments was very nice. Is that a new bot that I see? Holy crap! Chat, look at that. This is an occasion. Hold on, I'm gonna leave this on screen while I set up Nightbot to ban this guy. Check that out. That's crazy. Who is this person? I'm going to ban this phrase in Nightbot. Give me a second. Boop, 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 boop. You should do a tutorial for that. So here's the thing. I could, and I probably will at some point, but, what's gonna end up happening, boop, for now, is I pinned that comment that talks about how to, because it's literally, Oddigan on YouTube commented, like, how to, Oddigan commented on how to add stuff to the Pokédex with like the code and everything, and I just try it and it just works, and I did some of my own research and I added to it. So if you want to know how to Pokédex, add stuff to the Pokédex, and you don't want to wait for my tutorial, just check the pinned comment, I think on part 8 of my tutorial series, and it'll show you how to do it. But I think, let's see here. Boop. Okay. Okay. I think Nightbot should be working now. Ta-da! Okay. I've never seen that ViewBot website before. That's funny. Let me pull Blockbench back up though. Whoop. Boop. Alright. But yeah. It's exciting, because now you can actually, like, scan the mons with the Dex, and it does, like, the loading thing, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Alright. Texture time, texture time. First thing we're gonna do. Boop, boop, boop. And we're gonna take this color, and we're going to boop, 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 boop. Have you put like the shiny change and other stuff like the cry and animation scroll in the Pokédex? Because in the Pokédex most of the features surprisingly are added like automatically. Like I didn't even have to add like the animation scroll. Like that just happened by itself. Bam, 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 boom. That's cool, right? It's so awesome. Okay, where are the other mouths? I'm looking for them. Here they are. Boop. Now they're happy. Chat, they're so happy. They're happy to see you. I so need to get into finishing mine. Hey, you take your time. You don't get, I mean, you should work on it, but like, if you want to get it done, but like, there's no rush. I don't know how this song goes. I keep trying to hum along to it, and I keep embarrassing myself. Alright, then we get the red, and then we've got the magenta, I guess this is. I don't really know how I feel about this color. To be honest, I was kind of iffy on it when I first made this design, but I think it works pretty nicely. Did I see Blockbench's update? Didn't they add, like, mirror something? Like, mirror... Is it mirror drawing or mirror animating? One of the two. I saw something about it. That's what I'll leave it at. I saw something. I'm gonna hide the fluff so I can do this. Mirror animating. Oh, okay. Oh, and it did the thing with like the walking animation showcase, didn't it? Am I remembering that right? They did something with like a showcase for walking animations. The new creatures in the trailer look sick as heck. Did they even show... Okay, I have a question. Did they even show new creatures, or did they just show... first of all, Kidnapper Fox, huge. They made the sound, and then like something, like a silhouette of something growing out of an employee's head. Are these the same color? Yes. One in the facility and one outside. Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited for... Unless the light was just old bird. I thought the light was an old bird. I'm like, yep, that's an old bird. Chat, does anybody else here play Lethal Company? Based game, by the way. Alright, so. Here is our color scheme for now. Sometimes. It looked like it had a neck of sorts. Dude, robot kiwi bird. Robot giant sapsucker. Alright, for now, I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna hide the heads that aren't head left. And we're gonna texture head left. And we're gonna do it the same way we did this one. By just kind of... using the actual correct brush, first of all. Boop. And then we need this color. Bam, 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 bam. Something like that. I'm sure I'll figure it out. There we go. Check that out. And then I can move left mouth closed, like this. And then we can do left mouth open sad. We can move this one to the top. That looks so goofy. This needs to be moved up a little bit. Like there. Boop. And then we move it down, and then we move left mouth happy up. And we can add some little color to this. There we go. Check that out. Is happy, 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 happy. Happy, happy, happy. Alright. I also might move this down a little bit, like that. Because I think that looks better. You're frame by framing it, and it looks like an employee with a flashlight. Oh, really? What if the mimics hold flashlights now? And you were actually looking at the mimic. Okay, can I be real, chat? I have no idea how I'm gonna texture the petals. Something like that, maybe? In the shot, it says become one with nature while you're level with the ground. What if... lower than crouching, almost? What if... Ah! I don't know. I got nothing. It's just... Okay. Boop. I don't know. What do you guys think happens? Lethal Company update. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't ask because some people might have played it, and I don't want spoilers. Also, new map, Pog. Yeah, because they updated March and the other two, March, Adamants, and Vow. So they all have way cooler maps now, and they like completely overhauled like the shader engine as well. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. Shrek Swamp, yeah, pretty much. Boop, boop, boop. Like this. The flower petals were really hard for me to make on blue mat, solely because of the fact that I didn't know what kind of look I wanted to go for in the first place. But here at least I have an idea now. It's not a good idea, but it works. Like that. And then I need to get rid of these pixels here, because these pixels are being naughty, and I don't like that. I don't know if I'm just going to do the corners, or if I'm going to do like one up from the corners. For now we can just do the corners and see how it looks. Like that, like that. All you know is that, like, the most creatures Lethal adds in one update and they're all new and you don't know anything about them. Yeah, me neither. That's the best part, is that we don't know anything about them. Okay, can I hide this stuff? Boop. 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 Okay. Like that. And then the bottom can just be all pink, like this. And then I can kind of just wrap this all the way up until it meets here. That works. Check that out. And then all I gotta do is not that. Like that. Okay. I think that's all correct. Now we add the highlights. I think I'm just gonna do it the same way all the way around. Like that. Oh wait, this needs to be fixed as well. And then what do we do? What do we do from here? We do the pink down at the bottom. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. I think we might just dither it all the way around. I don't know how I feel about the solid pink here. I think the dithering is the way to go. In the back, though, we can do a little something more. Maybe something like this. No, I don't like that. That'll work. And then we're going to need to copy all that to the inside as well, which is going to be annoying, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Okay, now I need to find whatever cube that is here. And do this kind of a thing. There we go. And then once this is done, we can just copy it to the other flowers and then just change the colors. And that's it. That's all we'll need to do there. As for the sides of this... I think we can just do this. Boop, 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 like that. And then we can add like this little layer of shadow. There we go. And then on the bottom of this, we can simply make a funny shape. Okay. I think that pretty much works for now. Next up, oh wait, hold on. Don't move on yet. We got the hold on. We got the inner flower petals to do now. Boop. I kind of like that. Check this out. I kind of like that a lot. And then we can do something like this. What did I do? I don't remember that. Okay. And then in the back, boop, boop. There we go. And I think it's okay to put more shading on the inner ones because they are, I guess, kind of shaded by the outer petals as well. And then like that. There we go. And then all we have to do is copy and paste these. Yippee! Everybody's favorite part. Copy. We'll just paste that to there, and then paste this to here. And then paste the back to the back. Back to the back. Like that, and then like that. I think that's all of the pink. Nope, we're missing one. Boop. There we go. Check that out. And I think I am actually going to replace these. Just because I feel like they need more flavor, a little bit more flavor, you know? Like that, like that. Like that. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty nice. I would say I like that a lot. Very layered, very nice. Let's see here. Now we do the stem. Now we can do the stem. Stem once again only has 3 colors. Boop. We can do entirely like this. Dude, we stemming? True. That is what we're doing. Unless that is an innuendo, in which case, no. Then we take the lighter green. Yeah. That works. And then you're never going to see the top of this, but I might as well texture it anyway. We're just gonna get in there. There we go. I'm just gonna texture it like this because I'm afraid of making a scary shape if I texture it accurately. You don't just casually listening to metal pipe sounds 1 hour here. No, we don't actually. It's a rare thing these days in streaming, but we actually don't do that. I figured I would try changing the formula a little bit, you know? It's so sad. Well, I gotta be original somehow. Wait, that's not what I want. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Oops. Like this. Why try to fix what's not broken? Because some people like variety, and I am one of those people. Spoken as a true streamer who only streams one thing ever, by the way. Actually, that's not true. We started playing Infinite Fusion last week, and that was fun. Chat, do we need a new follower goal, or should we wait until we're done with Infinite Fusion to do that? Boop, 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 boop. Like that, and then the bright green. I like that better. I'll be real. That pattern looks nicer. That's not right. Says the guy who's quite literally making original designs. I guess. Like this. Chat, remember in Scarvio when they made a champion trainer and then made it like the most forgettable champion trainer ever? And then they made a better Elite Four in the DLC because they're like they took the champion and the Elite Four and they're just like, we're gonna completely redo this from scratch in the DLC and we're just gonna go to an entirely different region as well because the original sucked and we need to try again. I remember when Pokemon did that. Anyway, here's the first head done. Check that out. I think it looks pretty nice. Compared to this one, I think it's a pretty good step up in detail. You should make a point reward that costs the same amount as that is metal pipe. It would be so baller. If I were to do a metal pipe SFX, I don't know. Okay, you know what I need to do? I need to figure out how to make those, like, sound alert redeems, because I don't know how to do that, and it's like a whole system that I want to learn how to do, but I just don't know how. But, okay. Really quick. In the next game, they made literally vomit, eat, and then re-vomited into a meat grinder. No, winds and waves will be good, trust. I'll tell you what, before we make the next two heads, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. I will be back in like 2 minutes, so please stick around. In the meantime, you get to enjoy the slideshow that is my BRB screen, okay? Be right back. I'm back. I am back. Alright, let's get this other stuff done real quick. Where do I even start? Head right. The first thing I'm gonna do is I think I'm just going to take each little bit here and I'm going to copy and paste it around until it works. That's not right. That's not right. Is that right? That's right. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And then I think what I can do is if I do colors, I can do this. No. Maybe? Okay. Almost. That's like almost what I want. We're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. It's fine. Get ready for a lot of this, by the way. It's gonna be fine. We can just talk about something in the meantime. Hey, chat. What's something cool that y'all did this weekend? Because, I didn't really do much, I'll be honest. So I need cool stories to entertain me. We can do that, I think, maybe? Yes. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. You actually found packs at Walmart? Really? Of all places. How are they not? Did you? Okay, like, did you get what? Did you get there like right when they opened, or what? Like, how did you even manage that? Because in all of my experiences, I don't think I've, or like recent experiences, I don't think I've ever managed to find. I don't think I've ever managed to find packs in a Walmart in the past like year and a half. It was midday. What the hell? Finally figured out your first Cobblemon data pack. Still need some things, but it works. Well, congratulations, Mirage Mage. I'm glad you could. I'm glad you could figure that out. I don't know. I started tripping over my words there. You punctured your finger to the bone with a box cutter and broke a tooth. Nothing special, lol. Oh, now is the time when I do the other streamer reaction to chat message and say, I'm sorry to hear that. I will say, several years ago, I chipped one of my front tooth. I don't even know how. I think I literally, the way I chipped it is I think I literally just brushed my teeth too aggressively. But it's been like that for as long as I can remember. But like, you can hardly even notice. Like, it doesn't look chipped. There's like the very smallest part of it missing that you like basically can't even tell. And when I've been to the dentist and they've offered to fix it, and I'm just like, nah, it's fine. You can't tell. So I've just lived probably a majority of my life with one of my front teeth chipped, and it's like, oh well, it doesn't hurt. So that means it must be fine, right? Also, I just realized I pasted this to the wrong part of the body. Yippee! This is supposed to be the back, not the front. Question is, where is the back? Is it here? Yes. Okay. Boop, 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 like that. It's fine. Okay. Next up, we've got to do, I believe, this one? I keep erasing it on accident. Damp, 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 damp. And then we take these and we flip them like this. Again. And then we color again. Yippee! Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. And then we do this. Okay. And now we do the outer flowers. Actually, you know what? No. I changed my mind. We're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this the easy way, which is I'm just gonna do that. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. I thought that would work for the entire cube, and it does not. So I figured it would be, I would be non-continuous across the entire thing, and it was not. We have something new that's worse than LLMs. Organoid intelligence, and it can play Doom now. What the heck? Hi, Yulia. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? Other than panicking over the new version of LLMs. Can you run Doom on an LLM? Me frame by frame printing ASCII art of my Doom gameplay in ChatGPT. Now I wonder who's gonna kill us first, silicon-based intelligence or this new organic-based artificial intelligence? Surely, okay, you say organic-based artificial intelligence, and my brain immediately jumps to Dead Zone. If anybody who's ever played Dead Zone Rogue. So my money's on that one. Not new version, it's a new breed of chips, organic chips. Of course, made with organic materials such as meat and flesh. Wait, I messed up. Hold on. I just realized I did something supremely stupid, chat, and I'll give you a brownie point if you can figure out the stupid thing that I just did. Because I was not paying attention at all. There we go. This side needs to stay pink, because if it doesn't... Some colors don't look right. Alright, Sasquatch, you get 1 brownie point. My gosh. I thought the AI bubble is supposed to pop soon. What happened to that, you know? Now I'm confused. Actually, you know what that reminds me of? I saw a post that was like, it was supposed to be like mocking people who are like, oh, we don't make data centers for AI. They use a ton of water, and then they were like, okay, so do you. Plus, look at this, and then like a picture of the ocean, and I'm like, that's so stupid. Like, I get why they would say that, but it's also so stupid, and I laughed at it. Actually, they somehow managed to optimize it. You know what? Good for them. I still will not be using their product. So OpenAI is gonna pop soon, not AI in general. Okay. You know what? I'm glad OpenAI is on the rocks. Is that a phrase on that they're on the rocks? I can't tell what I'm doing here. Here, let's get rid of this. That looks about right. Me when I'm at a bar. Okay. Shut up. I still don't think that OpenAI is bad. Just the art, music, video parts of it. I think if AI is sourced ethically, it can be okay. It should not be used for Google search. It should not be used for image generation. It should not be used for music. It should not be used for voice synthesizing. And it should not be used for fact checking. Anything that doesn't fall into those categories, I feel like it starts to become acceptable a little bit, you know? And I probably said this a million times, but like, I feel like we took AI and instantly applied it to like all of the worst possible things we could have. And it's just become like a giant, like, it's just become like a giant, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. No product is bad, it's only the way it's used that's bad. I guess so, yeah. I keep erasing this when I'm trying to select it. How many times has anybody been keeping track of how many times I've done that? This stream alone. Here's a better example. You don't blame the ocean for shark attacks, so why do people blame AI for what people do to it? Because the ocean didn't invent sharks and invest billions of dollars that could be going towards like helping the public into helping sharks thrive and live as a species, and instead they spent billions of dollars and are making all sorts of computer parts vastly more expensive and sharks. What's up, sharks? Today I have my new presentation. I'm here to pitch to you the Neon's Fake Dex Flower Bouquet Pokemon. That's not its classification, but we'll just say that for simplicity's sake. This is Bouquet. It's got 3 heads, which means 3 times the firepower. One of them is hopes, the other one is dreams, and the third one is feelings. Okay, but look at the amount of water almonds take. Well, yeah, but like I don't eat almonds, so they don't count. I'm kidding. Hydrate time. If it works, nobody will care sadly about any of this. Ain't that the truth? Charles Darwin invented evolution, so yeah, you're wrong. Sharks are our fault. Now there's an argument I can get behind. Hold on, Peak just started playing. Everybody quiet down. I'm kidding, you can keep typing in chat. You're an almond now? No! Anything but the almonds. You know that one video where the lady's like terrified of almonds or olives, and the guy is like, "Bring out the olives," and then she runs away. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? Where is this thing? Hello? Am I missing just like a geometry somewhere? You know, I'm just gonna do that. It's just, I mean, almost every product humanity has made has ended up damaging the world for some reason or another. I know what you're talking about. Pomegranate teacher is better. Oh yeah, no pomegranates. It's never the product's fault, but the way it's been used. I mean, I guess. I guess there's an argument to be made for that. Gosh dang it, I did the eraser thing again. Chat, add that to the counter. How did she survive natural selection? Who? How did who survive natural selection? Oh, Olive Woman. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. We were just talking about that, weren't we? That's crazy. Anyway. I think she survived by just being in an environment that wasn't full of almonds. Call me insane, but like, I think I might be onto something. I mean, if you said OpenAI sourced all its stuff legally and right, no one would be complaining. I mean, I think less people would be complaining. Like, I'm sure artists would still be pissed off, and I'm sure, like, and, like, I'm not saying that they're not rightfully pissed off. I'm saying, like, artists would still probably be upset. People that or like law firms are gonna be upset because that means now people can just like generate fake like security camera footage in the case of like a court case or whatever. It's like, sure, it'll be better if the stuff was like sourced ethically. That doesn't solve the issue of that AI can be used for so much fraud and whatnot. Yeah, we need to be exterminated by those new organic Doom players. For real. I swear I just saw something floating above my monitor. And you know what? Maybe I'm just schizo. Again, it's not the AI's fault, it's the people's fault. Yeah. I guess, you know what? You're right about that. I'll agree with that. I forget what I'm doing. Brain just left the chat. Uh-oh. Third head time. It's time to copy and paste some more. Let's go. First order of business is I need to select the new colors. Not saying it's good, just saying people, when it started out, it was a simple text-based assistant. Yeah. But then everybody was just like, we should add this to the Google and make it the first result every time, and you can't turn it off. And it's like, really? This text assistant just told me to eat glue. This is the future. This must be the future that the Jetsons told us about. Anybody remember the Jetsons? I don't think I ever watched it, but I do remember it. Ooh, I like this purple. Hold on. Boop, 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 doop. Check that out. I like that. It was the companies who wanted to use it for everything that ruined it. Yeah. Pretty much. And at this point, it's just like an oh well. Like, it sucks that it has to be like that, but it's just like, I don't know. Let's talk about something more happy. Immediately I read, okay, I say that and then I immediately look at chat and I see a message that starts with, it's sad. Not harping on you, but that's funny. Bam, 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 bam. Have you seen that video recently that was like, what is potato spelled backwards? And the AI assistant is like, potato spelled backwards is puta. It's spelled P-O-O-T-A, and then it spells it for you. It's like, potato is spelled P-O-T-A-T-O, and then backwards is O-O-T. Subnautica 2 getting back from AI user loser man. Yes, let's go Subnautica 2. Who's hyped for Subnautica 2, chat? I am so excited. I saw their devlog when they made that new Leviathan and it looks peak. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I am ready. I am ready. I have my money in my hand. Actually, I don't. I'm broke. But like I have my IOU, I have my credit card with debt on it in my hand. and I'm ready to fork that entire thing. I'm literally that gif of the guy, like, pounding his credit card on the table and, like, trying to hand it to the guy. When the AI stuff got announced. Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT how to... Oh, we're circling back. Oh, no. Let's ask ChatGPT how it can avoid paying out $250 million. Top 10 smartest companies, by the way. Dude, I got... Okay, the other day I was on Steam, and it was like, It was like... You know the section of Steam where it's like, here's some development teams you might recognize, and literally, I kid you not, the 3 companies that it gave me were Microsoft, or no, it was Blizzard, it was Krafton, and it was Ubisoft, and I was like, huh. So Steam really just gave me like the absolute nightmare blunt rotation of game companies. By leaking games' fake release date to force the game to come out early and getting bad reviews for not being good. Hey, I think Subnautica 2, I would have liked it either way. It's like one of those things where it's like I was fated to like Legends ZA regardless of the quality because I'm biased. I'm the same way with Subnautica, I can't lie. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I don't know if I like this darker purple, actually. Boop, boop, boop. Neon, you wouldn't have liked it. I would have liked it. They were planning to use generative AI to make the monsters. Okay, that's fair, actually. I take it back. Generative AI could never make Blumet. And if I catch anybody taking my designs and feeding them to AI, I will personally swoop in with a Minecraft Elytra and Diamond Sword and end your hardcore Minecraft world forcefully in Minecraft. Colors. We're just gonna do that. I thought the court ruled after he did the release date thing. I don't know. Because Chris said that Crafton has to be as far away as possible and can no longer have a say, so there's no way Crafton could do that. Swear guys at Crafton are stupid and use AI to think for them. That's basically, like, if you don't know anything about the whole situation, that's basically all you need to know, is that Crafton is stupid and they use AI to think for them. The end. It's like, please, I need speed, I need this. My $1 billion is kind of homeless. And then they were like, okay, ChatGPT, how can I avoid paying out $250 million? And ChatGPT is like, just fire the CEO. And they looked at that, and then they looked at each other, and then they looked back at the screen, and then they looked at each other again. And then the biggest, like, smiles crossed their faces, like the Grinch style smile, just like smirked across their faces, and then they were like, we should fire the CEO. ChatGPT feeling quite dubious today. I think these guys are stupid. I don't think they understand what no contact with the game means. Yeah, didn't they also, like, didn't they do something else with that as well? Where it was like, I don't remember. They did something else after the court ruled that, and it was like, okay, whatever, bro. Gosh dang it. Apparently they tried to say, no, I can't do that, and they brute forced it. That's funny. Guys. Isn't that so cool? They use loopholes, yeah. So ChatGPT, instead, tell me what I absolutely shouldn't do if I want to. Tell me all of the worst ways I could go about doing this, so I know what not to do. All I know is you watched, I'm assuming, Moist Critical video when it first happened, and you're fizzy. See, I don't watch Moist Critical. Mainly because he just covers, like, drama and stuff, and I don't give a crap about any of that, so I just don't watch it. Because I feel like it introduces a lot of unnecessary stress into my life that I don't need. Well, like, come up with a corrupt company scenario to get out of paying people money. Oh. That's funny. Give me a scenario where... So they basically, okay, that makes it funnier when you realize they asked ChatGPT to write fiction, and then they recreated that in real life. That's like somebody being like, I'm going to recreate the events of A Tale of Two Cities in real life. Because I want to do what they did in that. Also, I don't like these colors. I'm gonna have to rework them. But we can do that once I finish copy-pasting everything. That works. That's fine. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. These colors look like how they would look on a shiny Pokemon, and I don't know how I feel about that. Give me a scenario of me beating the Ender Dragon in Minecraft, but it's actually a speedrun where I cheat. Okay. Now, all I gotta do is copy this to the last 2 pages, the squares. What are these, by the way? I guess that's the bow. Boop. I need to flip these, though. Ah! Okay, now we should be done with the flowers at least. Once we do this, and this, and this, and this. There we go. The colors are interesting, but I don't think they match the other 2 heads, which is my issue that I'm having right now. If I do this, does it just work? Wow, it does. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Also, if you do want to snag my Crunchyroll, I need your Discord info. Do you have like a Twitter or something where you can, we can like DM it? That is, if you're absolutely sure. Because that's how I normally get people's Discord. I get it through like their, I just like send them a Twitter DM. Can I not have this selected, please? That would be nice. Please. That's so real. Yeah, because I don't need people posting their Discords in chat, because I don't want them to like I don't want them to, like, you know. You don't use Twitter, so you'd have to make one? Oh, okay. Boop. Do you have a Blue Sky? Because I also have Blue Sky, but I don't really use it. I mean, the only reason I use Blue Sky is for, like, this exact situation. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Also not what I wanted. The bow looks so goofy. Head left, head right. Yeah, the colors, they're neat, but I don't like them. Boop. That's a little better. I like that way more, actually. And maybe this can be a little paler. I think that works. I don't know how this song goes. I just know it has that funny riff at the beginning. What song even is this? It is Defy the Legends from Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Cool. Now I know. I figured it was a Mystery Dungeon song, but I didn't know which one it was. Funny Twitter. Let me save that right now so that I don't forget later. What the heck? Wow, I have a follower. That's crazy. There we go. I sent you a follow back. I'll check back with it after stream, okay? Boop. And then we can just do green here. And then here as well. Scowns. I don't know. I just said scowns. Sounds good enough. Fair enough. So Star Rail just has Gundam now. They added Gundam to Honkai Star Rail. For real? All I know about Honkai Star Rail is that one Jimmy here ad for it. But if I'm sharing it with you, I'm expecting you to watch Sentenced to be a Hero. Runs away. I'm kidding. Mechas that are very Gundam-like. Okay. I don't know if I read that already. Did I read that already? I feel like I might have. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Like that. And then we just gotta take... Not that. Boop. Boop. And then... I guess it wouldn't hurt to have 2 of each color like that. Boop. Boop. Boop, boop. Not that. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. And then the bright yellow. Yellow. Like that. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-boo-doo. There we go. There's the hands done. And then I'm gonna save the big fluffy thing for last, because I don't know how I'm gonna texture that. Can I be honest? Hi, Koishi. How are you? Whoop. Alright, this is gonna be annoying to texture, I just realized. Because how it overlaps with itself. Horrible, you were playing Minecraft with a friend and they were being mean. Well, guess what? You don't have to play Minecraft because the new Lethal Company update is in its beta branch now, and we can play that instead. We're gonna do something like that. Comfort me, streamer in chat. Fill me with compliments to inflate my ego. Alright, chat, you know the drill. We gotta recharge the Koishi. Somebody start talking about like Duraludon or something. That'll probably work. Posture check. I have slouched a little bit since last time. I'm now sitting up straight once again. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, chat. As for the rest of this, we can probably just do that. Your posture is bad, you'll die. It happened to your Uncle Tony. Boom. That works. Kind of. I don't really like it, but we can just get rid of this. Get his Goofia arched back when sitting. And then one day his heart stopped. Oh no! And chat, that could happen to you if you don't watch the Neon Riftborn stream. Is that, should I make that my new advertising thing? If you like, follow, and subscribe, your posture instantly becomes 50% more correct. Duraludon getting a G-Max and an evolution in the very next update is funny. True. Game, not update. Bruh, I'm cooked. Aren't we all? Everybody's here is a little cooked. Let's not kid ourselves. Right, okay, I'm stupid. I just like blanked. My head just like left the chat. My brain left the building. We need to do fluff now. Now, how am I gonna do this? No freaking idea. We're just gonna mess with some stuff and hope that it looks decent. I kind of want to start by making these little like fluff things like this. It is funny. It's also very strange that our Archelodon is basically a pseudo-legendary. And yet he isn't, because he's only 2-stage. But hey, they could very easily fix that in the next update. Gosh dang it, I'm also cooked. Sasquatch, you're infecting me. Get out of here. For the signature move that it doesn't get stab on that's boosted in a weather condition it doesn't have any other synergy with. True, and that makes it funny. Because that means it's niche, and it probably has some competitive use somewhere. I wouldn't know about that though, because I don't care about competitive. At least not at the current moment. I might at some point, but like not right now. I care more about TCG competitive in the current moment. In the current state of things, you could say. Because the Pokemon TCG is cool. I'm thinking a pattern like that would work pretty well. It was broken in singles and very good in doubles. I think it was banned to Ubers. That's funny. And also, you know what? Ubers is a good place for it. I remember when it got leaked, everybody was like, is this okay? Because Duraludon was like already good, wasn't it? And they just made it better. Because they didn't used to have Electro Shot. That's new. I know that's new. The next game is just the pre-Evo Duraludon. Dude, imagine. And it would be in theme because the new game is based in Oceania, which has one of the biggest developing cities in the world. And I don't remember what it's called, but I know that it exists. And that should be worth something, right? Boop. I believe Duraludon is good. I think he has 550 BST. That is very strong. Why did they give that an evolution? Isn't Gen 10 supposed to be Indonesia? It's somewhere in that area. That's why I said Oceania, because I don't know for sure. Boop. Can do there. Indonesia is not in Oceania. Oceania is like, isn't that just like the chain of islands that's like near Australia? Or is Oceania, like, I could be mistaken. I might just be stupid, but like I thought that's what Oceania was. My geography is almost as bad as my paleobiology. Hey, cut me some slack. I've been out of school for how long? I don't even know. I can't count that far back. Boop. I cut you enough slack on the taxonomy bit. I don't have any more slack to give. What? Indonesia is Asia. I fact-checked myself. Dang. Chat, newsflash, the streamer might be a little uninformed. Not only stupid, but also uninformed. Wow. How much more respect can I lose from chat? That's the new question. Probably not much. Boop, boop. Not just wrong, but confidently wrong. Okay, but like, when I was proven that I was wrong, I said, okay, I was wrong, and I accepted that. Because I don't mind being corrected, unlike the large majority of human population. When I get corrected, that means I'm learning. And I'm learning a new thing. Also love the YouTube short. It uses its face to show motion. Okay, but like, you know what I meant when I said that. I meant like, okay, so some emotions are like exclusive to one of its faces, and then some emotions are exclusive to its other face. And I felt like I communicated that clearly enough. Bro, I didn't pick that up at all. Well, maybe reading comprehension. I don't like this here. There we go. Boop. Me when I'm the Hydra meme. Yeah, wait, you're actually onto something. Holy crap. You know the Hydra meme where it's like one of them's goofy and the other two are just like looking at the goofy one like, what the hell is he going on? What the hell is he doing? Boop. I think that looks decent. And then we can add in these little things here. I'm trying to give it the consistency of like a whimsicott, you know? Oh my god, like the meme. Dude, it's like the meme. Holy Soy Jack points to the meme in the background. Dude, it like meme. Holy hell. Did you know that Elvis invented Rick and Morty? New fun fact just dropped. Hey chat, did you know that Elvis invented Rick and Morty? I just learned that. And you should learn it too. Because I just learned that. What's the best Pokemon card I pulled? That is a good question. The best Pokemon card I pulled recently is the SIR Venusaur from Mega Base. That is an awful scan. Like the secret illustration rare Mega Venusaur EX, which I sold because I don't really care about the art as much as I do the cards, so I just sold it and got a cheaper version, and then I just had the extra money to get more Pokemon card related things, you know? Before y'all start judging me for selling rare cards, because I do sell rare cards, because I don't need the rare variants, I just need the card. Did I sell it for like 100 trillion doubloons? I think it was worth like 115, like $115 at the time. Booty beep beep booty. So I got a decent amount of money for it. It was nothing crazy, but ooh, I should have like a small little bubble like that. Boop. It's a good amount of schmeckles for some cardboard. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I got a pretty good deal out of it. Boop, boop. I want the trainer art Duraludon, but TCG player has none. What set is it from? Is it from a Scarvio set? Because I probably don't know if it's from a Scarvio set, because I only collect the Mega Evolution series. This song, I didn't originally like it, but it's kind of grown on me as I listen to it more. And that's mostly just because of stream, because it's on the stream playlist. I'm not even gonna lie. You can trade your Charizard for like 4 perfect order ETBs at your local card shop. I'm not actually sure. I don't know their prices. That's crazy. I can't imagine Perfect Order going for more than Ascended Heroes, because Ascended Heroes has like all of the good stuff. Like Ascended Heroes has like everything that a competitive player would ever want, you know? So that one's probably gonna go for a lot more. I'd imagine Perfect Order go for like, what, 100, 105, 95, somewhere around that ballpark. Probably more currently because they're new. Booty boo doo. Boop boo. There we go. There's the cotton. That looks like cotton, and I like that. They usually sell at price they paid for the ETB from their distro, so probably 90. Yeah, that's what I would assume. Why is the cotton orange? I don't know. I felt like it needed like a warm color, I feel like. That's the main reason. I didn't really do much thought beyond that. I don't think it would look very good if it was like blue though. I could be wrong, but we can try. We can if we want, we can try and like change the color of it. Once I finish texturing all of it. We can do one there. Is the bat furry coming after this? I think I'll get back to you on that. I think I'll get back to you on that. The bat furry is gonna happen. It's not gonna be in the data pack, but I think it is going to. It is going to happen at some point. It just won't be a part of the fake deck spec, I don't think. It'll be its own thing. It's not gonna happen. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Like this, like that. Boom, and then like this. Yeah. I'm just putting pixels everywhere with like no rhyme or reason, by the way. This is how I texture. I do not think when I texture. I merely place pixels and pray that it looks decent. This up here should be like that. Like that, and then like that, and like that, and then like that. Yeah. There we go. And then I can just do like that. And there's the cotton. Check that out. Also, I just realized the back head is not centered. Let's fix that. Head back. Boop. Something like that. Another posture check. Alright. You're a non-believer. See, non-believers, at least if you're a believer with something and the streamer is like consistent, at least the believers will always win something. I guess you have, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I take it back. I just started yapping about nothing, and then I realized halfway through that I was yapping about nothing, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't yap about nothing. What's the shiny on this guy? Pretty colors. The flowers change color, the bow changes color. The fluff will become more brownish, I think. Like a more washed out brown color. I did not mean to click that. I'm gonna hide the fluff as well. Whoop. Not black and red? No. Hide the petals. The arms can stay. Boop, boop, like that. Like this. And then I want to do something with this. I want to do like a... something like that, maybe? Ooh. Wait, I might actually like that. Wait, check this out. Like this. Like that. I like this. And then the sides can just look like that. Is there any black and red shinies so far? I don't think there are. I can think of one shiny that I made. I don't know if I've made any shinies like black colored. Have I? I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. The flowers can have this shape. Maybe actually this shape. I like that. That works. Kind of like this, and then boop, boop, boop. Boom, maybe. Chat, I no longer know what I'm doing. Boop, 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 boop. Let's make a darker color. I don't like this darker color. Make it better. That's like slightly better. There we go. I can live with that. I can live with that. That looks good. Gosh, but this is frustrating. There we go. No, I don't like that either. What if we make it more red? There we go. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna move on before I touch it anymore. After I do this. Right? Yeah, there we go. Now we copy this to the other side. Boop. Ah! Boop, 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 boop. This song's so good. Is this from Pokemon Masters? that, and then we flip this. Can we lower the headband redeem to 20 points? What is it at right now? I feel like that's a supreme discount. Like, call me crazy, but I feel like that's an insane. It's at 150 now. The only concern I have with the redeems that like a discount maybe, but I believe it to be fair. Maybe, I don't know. How about we we could go ahead and I'll meet you in the middle. How about that? I'll meet you in the middle. We can do let me find it real quick. Boop. I was gonna say 75. I feel like 30 is too low. Boop, there we go. It's a very inconsequential reward. I feel like it can be cheap. The only thing is, I just don't want it to be, like, spammable, you know? Because if too many people spam it, it might break, and I'm afraid of that. Because I don't want the redeems to break, you know? If people come in and just start spamming all of them at once, that could be problematic. So, whoop. This bottom pedal can kind of be like that, I guess. Nah, it'll be like that. Okay. And then we can do the bright colors here. Like that. Hey, I have a question. Why, when they made this song, were they just like, let's like reuse this for Avery's theme? Because if you listen closely, in this song that's playing right now, you'll hear like snippets of Avery's theme from Sword and Shield DLC, and it's like, huh? Huh? God, I hate Avery. Did you mean to say aviary there? I feel like you didn't. Boop boop, like that. I actually kind of like Avery. Like, Avery and Clara, people don't tend to like them. I like both of them. I like, Clara's cooler, but like, I can appreciate Avery. You're just a big bird hater. Oh, okay, you know what? Fair enough. Wow, wow. There's the flower. Check that out. And then we can show the stems. And then the other two heads. Check that out. I feel like it's a little bulky, but I think that's okay, you know? Like, maybe we can move the... Maybe we can move the bow down a little bit. Like, I feel like if we move the bow down like that, it'll look a lot better. It'll look a lot cleaner. You know what I forgot to do, though? Here's what I forgot to do. Title this. We forgot to do the mouth. The mouths. So I'm gonna quickly raise these all up. Mouth open like that. Mouth open happy like that. And then paint. Because this thing has 3 mouths, and we can't forget that. Alright. There we go. And now we can bring him back down. Here. And here. Can I do one with a cat mouth? I mean, I could. It would probably look really weird though, because I would have to probably resize the mouth in the animations. W cat mouth. I almost did that for Mobineral. He's kind of got that going. But you can see how wide it would have to be, right? Like I would have to make this 2 more pixels. Hold on. It would look like, hold on, where is this? Wait, hold on, that's not right. I need to extend this one. Boop. Mobineral is a chud. He kind of is, and I kind of love that for him. But yeah, you can see it kind of like... I mean, yeah, it doesn't really work that well when I try to make it a W face. Whoop. Like, if I do that, it becomes worse. L cat mouth TBA. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. But here's that. Now we can do the shiny. This model is crazy looking, by the way. Can I just say? Let's turn the shading back on. There we go. I thought Neon could do anything. Ooh, when did I ever say that, huh? We're gonna make Bouquet shiny. Boop. His microwavableness. Okay. We're going back to this, huh? We're going back to the microwave thing. We're gonna do colors. Yes, that is correct. And we're gonna take the blue. We're gonna make the pink blue. Boop. And we're gonna make the pink blue more. And even more. Wait, no, hold on. It needs to be this blue. And then not the bright blue, but this kind. There we go. Your compact microwave orange potato frozen meal delivered fresh to your door with Factor. Chat, if I ever get a sponsorship, you have to say I was there. Or like I was here in chat. Because that's a cool, that would be such an event. Can you imagine? That would be so crazy. Okay, I actually need to pull up a picture of shiny Bouquet because I don't remember what it looks like. Okay, the third flower turns orange in the shiny. Hold on. I actually want to change Blue Match shiny while I'm here because it does not look perfect, in my humble opinion. I'll sponsor you to make a whole bunch of furry Fakemon. Dude, people keep saying that I need to just cave and start doing like furry commissions, and I'm just like, I can't draw furries. I don't know how. Boo-doo-doo-boo-doo-boo. It's more like that color blue. Boo-doo, boo-doo-boo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's more like that color. I've only drawn a furry once, and it's great because they don't have clothes. Well, I'm glad... I'm glad you enjoy that. I'm so happy for you. It's like this kind of orange. Bam 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 ba bam bam. No, like that. And then like this. No. There we go. Booty doo doo, booty doo doo, booty doo, booty doo doo. Fluff physics are so much easier to compute than cloth physics. I have to take my cat to the vet today before he got a dental disease. Not before she had one. Oh. I used to have a dental condition. It was called, you might have heard of it. It's called gingivitis. It's a bit of neon lore for you. But I don't have it anymore. I became better. I became a better person, and I no longer have that condition. So does this thing get Flower Veil or Steelworker? Well, obviously Steelworker. You kidding me? I'm kidding. It gets... I have to look at what its abilities are, to be honest. I don't remember. Hide the fluff so we can do all this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's not even worth doing. Copy, paste there. And then I can come here. I can do like that. That works. Boo-doo-boo, boo-doo-boo. It's actually an iron bouquet. Yeah, it's steel poison type. Hi, Staffy. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up? What is the next steel type? We need more steel types. The lack of steel types is a poor display. Didn't I already answer this question? Didn't you ask this question and then I answered it? I feel like I did. I feel like this happened. Probably, but I forgot. I think the answer was like Pokedex number like 70 something was the first steel type. Which should be completely understandable. Because I remember we were like, we're almost halfway there. Can we do it now since it's my idea? Where'd the fluff go? Hello? Did my Blockbench break? Hold on. I think my Blockbench broke. You somehow did the tutorial and I got really stuck on checking if the mon works in Minecraft. Well, at what part did you get stuck on? I did all I learned from tutorial, check every error on code, and it's all good. So here's the thing. JSON lint, if you use that, if you spelled something wrong, such as me spelling defense wrong, JSON lint doesn't pick up on that. Yeah, if the data pack doesn't get loaded, then that means you spelled something wrong. In either your species or your spawn pool world, it's like, because JSON lint is not going to detect if you spell like Pokedex wrong. It's gonna see that and be like, okay, that's a variable. And then that's where it's gonna leave it at, you know? Oh, is it steel normal? I forgot. I don't remember. The steel flying pterosaur idea I had, right? No, it's not. But it is a steel flying type. Next year on February 4th or around, if it doesn't line up, you should do a steel type for Iron Worker Day. True! Why do you hate all my ideas? I don't hate all your ideas. Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend like that's the case. Hey, so where'd the fluff go? Why is it not loading? Hold on. We gotta do something real quick. Reloading Blockbench, okay. Your Fakemon is Ice Ghost type and you love them very much. Ooh. I do like some Ice Ghost type. I ran Frostlass for a while in I ran Frostlass in ZA for a while, and I enjoyed that. Streamer doesn't immediately drop everything in my ideas, so he hated me and my ideas. What's my favorite steel type you or someone else came up with so far? That is a good question. I think... I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna rage bait some people in chat, but I think the spider Pokemon is my favorite steel type. Out of any of the ones that me or co-compatriots came up with. Colors. Even if there's error on yours, you are from Portugal. Do I have Discord? I do not have a Discord server, no. Which is unfortunate, I know, but if you have questions or stuff and you want to like reach out on Discord, you need to share your code. If you need to share your code, you should do that on the Cobblemon official Discord in their add-on development server. I myself am not affiliated with them, but I have worked with them in the past, and well, I have asked questions there in the past, and they are very helpful. Have you showcased before? I don't think I've seen it yet. No, I have not. I have not shown anything about the illustrious spider Pokemon. She goes to a different school. What do you mean? I don't like these browns that I'm getting. Me on the toilet, am I right, chat? Laugh. You have to laugh now. What happened here? Hello? What? Thank you, Koichi, I appreciate it. Textbook good chatter right there, by the way. Okay, so I see what happened here, and it's stupid, and I don't know how it happened. But you know what? You make browns every day. Okay. You used Cobbleverse mod pack. Is that good or bad? I have heard that Cobbleverse can mess with things. I don't know. I've never used it myself. I have just heard that some of the mods in Cobbleverse can cause data packs to mess up. What I would do is I would run it with just like plain Cobblemon mod and nothing else. At least at first, and then add on those like that extra stuff once you've confirmed that it works, like in its basic form, you know? Alright. Well, here's the shiny. I think the shiny's pretty neat. I am going to go... Wait, no, I'm not done yet. Ah! I forgot. I need to make this flower magenta. Boop. Like that. That's better. Use, you love my cute VTuber? Thank you! I made the model myself. I'm glad you think it's cool. I also rigged it myself. I had to learn how to do that. Boop. I'm going to import texture here, blah blah blah. I gotta fix this too, so I might as well do it now. I was never happy with the flower colors here, so I'm just going to fix that while we are on the topic. Boop. Boop. Nope. Boop. And rigging his ass. Yeah, tell me about it. It took like a full month for me to make this model. Like start to finish, I'm not gonna lie. But it was worth it. Because now look at me. I'm a real boy now. Actually, what am I talking about? VTubers are like the farthest thing you could get from real that you could possibly get. It'd be cool for the flowers to have variations like Floette. It would be. However, that would take a lot of work. I feel bad turning that one down because you just were like, he hates all my ideas. But you know what? You cannot sway me. Alright. Time to try and animate this thing. I say try, we're not gonna get very far today, but I wanna see. I'm used to shooting me down, it's fine. Bouquet dot ground underscore idle. Okay. We're gonna try and pose this thing. And by try, I mean try. We're gonna try to pose this thing. I'll just keep my vault of amazing ideas to myself. 25. I think we can do, like, 45 here, honestly. His name is Iceburger. You're making iceberg with a burger inside it. That's funny. Arm left 2? Hello? Wait, am I stupid? Arm left 2. Where's arm left 2? Am I stupid? What is this? Oh, I must have not put the pivot point. Have you thought about making the starters startable? Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I can't do that with a data pack, and it has to be done with the config of your client, of your Cobblemon client. You have to manually go in and change it for each client, so I don't think I can do that in a data pack. Which is unfortunate, because I really would like to. But on the bright side, I did figure out how to put him in the Pokédex. So that's cool. Are you going to make the data pack into a mod one day? I don't know. I've thought of... I don't... if I do, it won't be for a very, very long time. Because I don't know modding API. W Pokédex, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 15. 15? When's that tutorial coming out? Koishi. Please. The tutorial has like this is I'm being rage baited right now. Your first Pokemon in its basic form. I don't know if you do an evolution. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of Pokemon, I'm that way where it's like, do I want this thing to evolve, or do I want it to stay the way it is, or do I want it like? There's one Pokemon, or actually a few, that I'm just like, these things would be cool if they evolve, but I have zero ideas for them. So I'm just gonna like wait until I have an idea. That was an actual question, I'll be real, because the documentation on this mod can be shockingly bad. So the tutorial has been out for probably like 5 to 7 days. I don't mean to sound patronizing, but it did come out. Whoop. How far did I rotate this one? 22.5. Okay. The tutorial on added Pokemons to the oh, that one? So that tutorial I don't have yet, but I actually, the reason why I figured it out is because somebody on part 8 of my tutorial series commented on how to do that. So I followed what they said, and I'm like, holy crap, this works. And then I added some extra information that I found out in that comment chain. So, W, right? That person is like a giant, I think their name is Audigan. Huge W from that guy. W commentary. That's what I said. Why is this thing shiny? Stop being shiny. There we go. I don't know how I'm gonna do these, by the way. I kind of want to just, like... I don't know. We can do 10 here, and then, like... 7.5. Like that. And then 5. And then 7.5 like that. And then there, that can be the flower. You can rotate it down as well. You'd think a mod that lives and dies based on the add-ons would be a little bit more kind to add-on development. Cough, right, Pokemon cough. I mean, they do have a GitLab, and I realized recently that the GitLab is like a godsend for if you're trying, if you have like a rough idea on something, but you're not entirely sure about everything. The GitLab is a great place to look for like reference material. Of course, you need to know how to, like, actually navigate GitLab, which I had to learn how to do, so can't be that hard if I figured it out. Great for stealing models. True, I have every single Cobblemon model just at the ready whenever I need it. Whoop. What did I do? I'm gonna rotate 10 like that. 5. No. I want to make these cool, you know? Stop. There we go. I had a headache trying to figure out how to make Breakson's legs, and it would have been impossible without having the model, right? The models are so nice to have. Whoop. Whoop. Like that. And like that. You see what I'm trying to do here? It's kind of cool. Also, this is not in the right location. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum boo down. Bum 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 bum. Every Phegamon I still don't know how they animated it. Every Phegamon I'll ever make will henceforth have levitate, because I don't know how to animate legs, but they can't fly. Because I don't know the syntax for battle animations and flying mods. Yeah. Battle syntax for animations for flying ones is weird. Because it's like, you have to have named animations, which I don't usually deal with. Okay, well, I had an idea that was kind of like this, but it kind of didn't work that well. Maybe I tilt these outward instead. Like this. Kind of? I don't know, you can see what I'm trying to go for, and it's not really working. I mean, it kind of, but, like, not really. Also, I don't like the arms going up like that. I think they should go down. Boop. 30 and 30. Also water. How the heck do water animations work? Like swimming and stuff? I know there's like a surface water thing, but I've never dealt with that, like, ever. $20. There we go. It's so nice that there was a place that you listed how to use those poser files. Yeah, and there just isn't, which is the crazy part. Like, I literally, whenever I make a new poser file that I haven't dealt with before, I literally just have to pull up, like, the real Pokemon posers and use them as reference. It's so not fun. And I totally would make, like, a reference poser if I knew how, you know? But there are so many things that are, like, completely optional in all of the posers, and it's like, what do you want me to do, you know? Whoop. Okay, that works. You wanted to make a convergent Dragapult, but land and water animations are so different that you can't just reuse attack animations. I know. It's so weird. And I think my posers are actually outdated a little bit, because I think I made my posers like how you used to. You know? And they changed it, because they introduced named animations in, I think, 1.7, which is the current update. So I no longer have the know-how. Okay, where does Blumet's animation start? I need to know this. Does it start off to the side? What did I do for the cow dudes? Did I make separate attacking animations for the water? No, I didn't. I didn't make any battle stuff for the cows. Because I just didn't know how at the time. Like, I literally just didn't know what I was doing. Also, when we add each other on Discord, I'd be done to play lethal if you're okay with it. Okay. Bet. Chat, who else wants to play lethal after stream? That's probably smarter. Thank you for the follow, Staffy. I appreciate it. Lethal is scary. Well, guess what? They just updated it, so nobody has any idea what anybody's doing, because they updated it and it's in like a beta. You're the Staffy guy on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. You are now a Twitch follower. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll just do that for now, so that I don't have to animate every single thing separately. Lethal is now scary, eh? If no one wants to, that's fine. I'll just play by myself. Boop. Boop. Here we go. Lonely awe. Let's all point our finger. Hey, Koishi, I asked at least, okay? At least I offered and you said no, so if anything, that's on you. I mean, nope, not what I wanted. We can do that. How long is Blue Met's animation? I don't actually know. Okay. We can make this the same, I guess. Boop. Koishi triggering the auto mod. Is Koishi triggering the auto mod? Literally, what did I even say? I don't know. I'm not looking at auto mod. Okay, is this thing off center, by the way? What the heck is happening here? And then here. This thing is off center. The two words after with joy. Hold on, I'll just look at it. Laugh so jolly, you see. We would hold our bellies and bend over with joy. Oh, okay. You know what? Why is okay? You know, auto mod maybe. You know what? I agree with that. That's a little crazy. What happens if I do smooth here? No, I don't like that at all. This censorship is crazy. Yeah, Koishi's being suppressed. Ah! To be fair, it is Koishi. You know what? The point is somewhat valid. Koishi do be freaky sometimes. There we go. And then we can rotate it 5 degrees. 5 degrees. Whoop. Smooth. We can do like there. Bruh. Check that out. Now, it is a little stiff, which is fine. We can fix that. We're gonna do stems. Ah! We're gonna do 10 like that, and then 10 like that. And then like this and like that, which we will make linear, and like that. That's a little less stiff, you know? And yes, I know it's off-center, don't worry about it. Why is it off-center? Because it's centered here. Why does it go so much further the other way? That looks fired. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on. This one is at -5. This one's at... Oh, I see. Never mind. There we go. Ugh. It should be... Ah! It should be more like this. There we go. It stopped so sharply. Well, I fixed it. It's better now. The heads are going to be very annoying to do, I'm now realizing. I'm starting to realize the heads are going to be freaking awful. Because look at this rotation. It's so bad. I'm going to do 10 this direction. Right? And then 10 in the other direction. Right? And then we'll see what we can do if we do this. Oh my lord. Dude, these keyframes just do not want to get selected. Boop. Linear, like that. Okay, well, it's backwards, but that's basically what I was looking for. Whoop, like that. There we go. National Pokedex number 9099. Is this okay to do? Yeah. As long as the dex number isn't something that already exists, it should be fine. I don't actually know what happens if you use an existing dex number, I'll be honest, but I wouldn't try it. Unless you really want to, like, find out, you know? The back head sways with the other two heads. Yeah, I still need to... I was just kind of messing around. I still do need to do the back head. Whoop. Then, like that. Like that. Do you think execute was annoying for the Cobblemon devs to animate? Whoop. There we go. See, check that out. It's just like a blue mat, because here's blue mat. And then here's this one. When I know you're best off using 9999 as a dex number as it doesn't conflict, not even with itself. Huh. Maybe the dex numbers don't matter. I don't know. Because you can, with the Pokedex, you can like list the number, I don't know. I'd have to experiment more with it. The subtle head sway is cool with blue mat. I know, it's awesome. It's so nice. Blue mat was pretty easy to animate, I will say. There was a lot of stagger movement, but it wasn't too bad compared to like the bat Pokemon or like Nestreed. Nestreed was a nightmare. Okay, and here's something else that I want to do. Remember how I made the fluff its own kind of... Oops. Remember how I made the fluff its own thing? That was specifically so I can do this with the fluff. Whoop. And then we make it Bezier. Whoop. And then I would like to select a blue. Will the ribbon look like it's flying? Yeah, I'll get to the ribbon. Also, I don't really know how I feel about this. I might, so that it doesn't overlap, I might do increments of 5 like that. So it does X and Y, it does Y and Z, then it'll do this is confusing for me. And then this one, it'll do hi Daedalus, how are you? Also, I just realized, who's that guy in the bottom right? And he's just there, he's chilling. It's Tutorialmon, right? Or rather, the evolution of Tutorialmon. I'm gonna do Y like that much. And I'm gonna do X that much. There. Now it's a very subtle. And it might not look the greatest here. Ooh, yeah, no. Can I, like... Hold on. Where is that going wrong? Here? Like that. And then... this keyframe, and this keyframe all need to be like that. I need red, please. Can I click red? Boop, there we go. This one and this one. There we go. You're in a lurk today playing some League of Legends, but I at least wanted to say hello. Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Daedalus. It's always good to see you, you know? Okay, there we go. That's better. I like how much bulkier Bouquet looks than Blue Matte. I actually really like the evolution here. It really feels... it feels like Whimsicott, almost. Bam. Next I'll do the arms. Nope. This. Okay. And then we can do 0.75. We can go up by 7.5. Whoop. Like this. Stop me if you've seen this before. Please, I hate doing stagger animations. But I do them because they're cool. And I think you guys would like them. 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Your cat is still cooked from her procedure. She had earlier and her eyes are wide. Good. Also, this is not on the correct keyframe. That's so cool. Boop. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna make this bigger so I can see more. Boop. And then we can do... I think 0.5 intervals here would work. Like that. Boom. No, wait. Like that. I think these last little bits are going to require that I... What's happening here, by the way? Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Whoop. Like that. I think the hands are going to require that I go full Bezier with it, but... Or maybe they both will, honestly. It looks like they both might. Okay, so actually, what I just invented is freaking nothing. What the hell did I do for blue mat? How did I do that? What does that look like without the stagger? I guess I should look at first. Okay. So what this is saying is I need to make it less intervals. Probably. Boop. Come on, let me click on the keyframes. Ah! Whoop. That should be better. I think my issue was my keyframes, or like the stagger was too spaced out. I think that was the issue. And it should be fixed now. Boop. There we go. Now, as for this, boop, boop, like that, smooth. Dude, this is such a good song. There we go. Now the bow kind of shifts with it as well. Check that out. How big is the Minecraft player in comparison to this thing? I imagine it wouldn't be very big. That's actually a pretty good size. I like that. We're gonna get rid of the Minecraft player now. Did I mess with these at all in this animation? Yes, I did. I guess I will here too. Whoop. I'm not gonna mess with them too much though. I'll just do like a tiny bit like there. And then the same thing here, but I can stagger the bottom one up a little bit. Boop. We're gonna step away from the PC for a bit. Okay. That's okay. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Bam, bam. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Boop, boop, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We can stagger it to like there. That'll work. Smooth. Linear, and like that. Okay. I think that's a pretty dang good idle animation. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty dang nice. Why is my camera centered around such an awful spot? There we go. And then in its shiny form, it looks like this. Also pretty nice. I think it matches the shiny of the pre-evo pretty well. Maybe, okay, maybe I could do this a little better though. Boop, this orange needs to be like, not that much darker, but like paler, you know? Whoop. Boo doo boo doo boo doo boo boo. That's better. I like that way better. Now I just need to go through and find all this because I'm too lazy to turn off the cubes and just do it the easy way. What are the purple? What is this? What am I looking at here? Oh, it's that? Weird. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then we can just do that, and then come up here, do this. I think that's everything, because we got the 2 flowers that, okay, yeah. That's better. I like that more. The flower bloomed, but it's like a brownish. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is, now that, like, we're familiarized with this, I probably should have made, you know what, I should have totally made a, like, default stance for this thing. And I think I might just do that right now. But it'll be the last thing we do today. Dot default. Confirm. Just for the sake of my own sanity, we're just gonna make this nice and easy for ourselves. Whoop. We're gonna copy that to here. And we are going to okay, I don't know what we're gonna do, honestly. No idea. We're gonna go through and we're gonna find every single instance of where the stem is where it should be. Stems 0, like that. Stem back 3, all that doesn't matter. Boo boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo doo boo. And right this. Boo doo boo boo doo boo 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 doo boo 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 doo boo boo doo boo boo boo. Bow should be straightened. Fluff. This should be nothing. Body should be 0. And the position should be right in the middle. My voice cracked just now. Did y'all hear that? That was crazy. The heads are not centered though. And that's an issue. Although, I think in order to fix that, we just do... what? 30, and then... I don't remember what we did. We can make this new here. 30... 20, probably? What is this one at? 202. What is happening? Hello? $30. We can say 30 for that. No, because then it doesn't look right. 20. 20. And then 20. Okay, that's better. As for this, head back is kind of cooked right now. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna rotate it 20. And then 10. In either direction. Yeah, because that's so awful. 20, 10, right? Like that. Like that. And then, yeah, because that's not right at all. Boop, boop. And I have a feeling if I don't do this now, it's going to look so jank in game. Okay, now what's happening? What is this? Hello? Why is... Okay, no, this is not right. The green here should not be moving at all. And I don't know why it is, for the record. 20, right? We got that? 10, like that. There we go. Okay. Whoop. I don't know why this is so difficult for the program to figure out. Linear. Like that. Like that. Boom. There we go. Look at how the coordinates are all messed up now. That's so cool. It's whatever. We'll figure this out at some point. As for the default pose, I think this kind of just works. That way I'll be able to copy and paste this everywhere. But you know what? We're just gonna be done with this for now, because I like how it turned out, and also I'm hungry. So, yeah. But yeah, check that out. Whoop! With all that being done then, I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in today. Whether you're here earlier, or you're here now, or you're chatting, or you're lurking. I appreciate it. And if you want to know more about the Pokemon that I make, and you want to learn more about them, you should check out my short series on YouTube. I uploaded the Blue Met one recently. And I know we didn't do any streams on Blue Met, but it is up, so you should go watch it. And if you want to know when I go live, or you want to see me shitpost, you should go follow me on Twitter, because I do all of that there. But anyway, I think we got people here, so I'm gonna see if we can raid somebody today. Who do we have that we can raid? To the Peak Cobble Dev. Nuh-uh, the Cobble Devs are the Peak Cobble Devs. Have you seen what they do? I want to see if we can raid somebody. Whoop. Let's see. Is there anybody playing Cobblemon? Filter by category. No, filter by tag. Cobblemon. I know. Cobblemon. Boop. Let's see here. Boop-a-doo, bida, boop-a-doo. Let's raid. Boo-doo-be-doo, bida-boo. With the Cobblemon Delta server, totally not me sponsoring for free because I'm desperate for friends. I don't think that's a Twitch channel, sadly. Let's raid this person, I think. Their name is Hushnami. They're playing Cobblemon right now. Let's raid this person. Okay. Starting raid. Let's go. Everyone, I'll meet you all over there. Just go ahead. Show them some support, you know. But yeah. I will see you guys on Wednesday, okay? We're going to be playing Infinite Fusion. And I'll see you then, okay? But until then, bye-bye. Go say hi to Hushnami. Whoop. And then for the people on YouTube, bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube. Hold on, let me make sure this is working.